We are back with the second match where the MRV Risers taking on the DIAAs here at the Fatima ground with their Vihar. The MRV are batting first, where Bhavin and Chinmay are opening batters for the MRV Risers. On the other hand, Malay, the new bowler, into the attack now for them. The score is 6 runs with the first over. MRV Risers. Bhavin on strike to face the first ball onto the legs. He just flicks it onto the leg side. Will be just a single. Yeah, it is a leg by given by the umpire. Looked like it was a bat, but it did had some pad onto it. So Chinmay will be on strike now to face his first ball of his innings. So Malay continue to bowl round the wicket towards to the right hander as well. Will be interesting to see. Just 7 runs on the board for the MRV Risers. Malay with his second ball to Chinmay. Off to the back foot, well bowled, well defended by Chinmay as well. So Chinmay is off the mark now with a single. Malay just 1 run of that, just 2 runs coming off that over. Oh, that's been flicked onto the leg side. The ball's traveling and it traveled all the way towards that boundary fence. So this has been a good over for the MRV Risers. Oh, beautiful. Beautifully just chipped in at the last moment when the ball was keeping away from him, but he didn't reach for all for that one and just puts the bat and the ball just chips it over the fielder, and there was a field protection in the deep point. They might just get a single of that one, but there was a really good thinking there by the batter to play that shot. So 2.4 over 16 runs at the loss of 0. MRV Risers are going at the run rate of 6 right now. Ritik to bowl the fifth ball of this over. Oh, that's been driven beautifully in the gap. That's a beautiful cover drive from the bat of Chinmay. An over pitch delivery slightly outside off, and that's driven all the way towards the boundary rope. Oh yeah, it was an over pitch delivery in the gap. The fielder could have just watched the ball going towards that boundary rope for a four. So 20 runs on the board for the MRV Risers, and Chinmay with the lovely cover drive. Last ball of this over. Oh, he's picked that one, and he has also. The ball has gone all the way towards the boundary, and beautiful shot. Another good shot from the bat of Chinmay. Again, an over pitch delivery there, but this time slightly inside that off stump line, and he picks it up and places it in the gap for another boundary. So two back-to-back boundaries, and that also concludes the third over. After the completion of three, MRV Risers score is 24 runs at the loss of 0 wickets. Oh, good running between the wickets. Got a quick single there. Malay with the second ball. Well bowled and equally well defended there from Chinmay. Chinmay is playing on 14 of 9. Two beautiful cover drives into that last over. One was absolutely along the ground, and one he picked it up when it was pitched fuller there. 26 runs on the board for the MRV Risers. On the other hand, Bhavin is playing on 5 of 10. Oh, that's been picked up straight down the ground. No! Straight into the hands of the fielder. Oh, now the question is, was it a bump or was it straight into the hands of the fielder? Oh no, it was straight from the bat, hit down the ground and straight into the hands of the fielder. So the first wicket's fallen. So the first wicket's fallen for the MRV Risers. Chinmay has to depart. He was looking quite good there. But he might have to go back as he hit straight towards that mid-on fielder. So the first wicket's fallen for the MRV Risers. And Malay strikes in his very second over. Jinesh, the new batter, and he's off the mark with a flying boundary. He did got the edge of that one, but he might take that any day. As the ball was, he goes onto the back foot, gets the edge, or was it intentional from Jinesh to play it into that third man direction as the third man was inside the circle, but he is off the mark with a boundary on the very first ball. Lays off the back foot, gets an easy single there, brings Bhavin back on strike. So after the completion of 4 overs, MRV Rises score is 32 runs at the loss of 1 wicket. Play and a miss. That's high in the air. Yes, it's gone all the way for the maximum. A beautiful shot from the bat of Bhavin this time. Or the ball was slightly outside of it, been slice it onto the offside. The connection was so well that it's gone all the way for the maximum. Looks like it was a 1 bounce four there. I'm quite not sure of what happened, but it's gone for four. Or that's been hit straight towards the mid off. Might be just a single. Hits down the ground. Oh, the fielder just misses by the margin there. It was going slightly away from the fielder, as it's never easy to go get the catch when running back. But he made a good effort, but the ball just falling short of him. And just a single to end the over. After the completion of 5 overs, MRV Riser score is 40 runs at the loss of 1. So Nishant, the new bowler, into the attack for the MRV Risers. Bhavin, playing on 12 of 16, he might get he might just take some time to get settled in, get used to the pitch, get used to the conditions there. 40 runs on the board after after 6 overs, and this will be the last over of the power play. Nishant to bowl the first ball, or trying to get the sweep out of it, missed onto it completely, and that will be a dot ball to start off for the Nishant. Oh, this time he might get something onto the bat, but the ball's traveling. There's a chase by the fielder. Oh, it's a wide declared, and that will be a four. So, 5 runs coming off that one. I thought something was there on off the bat of the batter, but there was nothing. Not even the pad and the bat, but a wide. So an extra 5 runs coming off this ball, and he has to bowl the ball again as it was a wide. Or this time he connects, but doesn't time. So good running between the wickets. They were quite quick to get that single. 5.4 overs. 48 for 1. Still two more deliveries left in this power play. Played straight back to the bowler. Oh, that could have been close. Close. Might have hit just side of that, but after the completion of 6, the MRV rises. Score is 48 runs at the loss of 1, and we also conclude the power play. So there will be no fielding restrictions from this over. There can be more than 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Oh, that's it. Off the edge, just a slight fumble there from the fielder, and that might as well get them a run. So the 50 runs on the boards for the MRV Risers in 6.3 overs. So they have gone with the run rate of 7.85, which is slightly better. नीचे नीचे. Oh, that's it, high in the air. He's picked that one beautifully. Has it gone all the way for the maximum? No, it hasn't, but it has gone all the way into the hands of the fielder, and that would be another wicket for the ace. And Jinesh has to go walk back. That was been picked up beautifully by Jinesh. It went up quite high in the air, but the fielder under it holds on to it quite comfortably, and Nishant strikes and gets his first. After 6.5 overs, MRV rises. Score is 52 runs at the loss of 2 wickets. Sanjeev, the new batter, walks in the middle for the MRV risers. Nishant with a ball left in this over, and Sanjeev to face that ball. That's been hit straight down the ground. There's a fielder at the long off, might be just a single. Oh, there's some entertainment there. From the fielder coming from long off, a slight entertainment there. A dance when he came off, when he was coming here. He was quite enjoying his time here onto the field. Yeah, but that was a really good entertainment there. After the completion of 8, MRV Rice's score is 59 runs at the loss of 2. Oh, that's gone all the way for the maximum. This time onto the leg side. And that's been picked up beautifully. We'll have a look at it again. Almost a full toss and picked it up and dispatched onto the leg side for a maximum. So another wicket fall in here. So this time the ball was much fuller and much straighter. This time he couldn't connect that one and straight hits the stumps. You miss, I hit situation. And Harsh has the last laugh as the first ball was gone for 6 and then a wicket to the very next ball. So after the completion of 9, MRV rises. Score is 67 runs at the loss of 3. Parth, the new bowler, into the attack with his first ball sliding down the leg. It's gone down, and they have taken the first run quite easily here. kept it away from the batter, and that was been missed completely there. Had to reach for that one. Dhruvin on strike. He's playing on 10 of 6. Oh, he cuts it. Oh, fielder does a good job. Inner circle saves one. That was an excellent effort there from the fielder at the covers. And after the completion of 12 overs, MRV Risers score is 86 runs at the loss of 5 wickets. Both the batters, Sarfaraz and Dhruvin, are in the middle. The couple of wickets have been fallen in the last 2 or 3 overs, and that might have costed them run rate, as the run rate has just come down to 7.717. 5 wickets already down. I think Ace did a good comeback by getting some wickets there. They've got some wickets and did a good job. So Harsh, the new bowler, into the attack now. He's played that straight towards the long off, might be just a single of that first ball, and that brings Surfaraz on strike. He's just played a single ball and has scored 1 run of that. Would be interesting from here on how they approach their innings, because it's already 13th over, 87 runs on the board at the loss of 5. They need to build a partnership here. Oh, he has picked that up straight towards the long on, but there's a protection there. Would be just a single. Or they have taken the second run too. So good running between the wickets. The ball was traveling quite slow when it went till that long on fielder. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That was into the gates of the batter. There was an appeal too from the bowler, but the umpire wasn't seemed to be interested in that. But that will be a leg by run given there. Yeah, it's a leg by given. So Dhruvan is back on strike. Or just opens the face of the bat. The batter was in two minds there. He was trying to play that onto the leg, but the ball just spun onto the off, and onto the very last moment, he just gets the bat onto the offside and opens the face of the bat. Or trying to sweep that one. Again, an appeal there, but this time there wasn't a convincing appeal from the bowler, and the umpire straight up saying no. Another leg by run here. So the runs aren't coming easy here for the MRV Risers. They are rotating the strike, but it's not easy as it looked like. Still a ball left in this over. Surfaraz will be on strike. He's playing of he's playing on 3 of 3. 91 runs on the board at the loss of 5. Last ball. Oh, chips it into the air. If the fielder could have if fielder could have been slightly ahead, could have taken the catch, but just falls short of him, gets the upper end of the bat and straight to the fielder, but one bounced into his hands. After the completion of 13, MRV Risers score is 91 runs at the loss of 5. already been scored of this over. That's played straight back to the bowler. Manoj with the fourth ball of this over. But this time the ball was far away from the batter and he left it alone as it goes for a wide. The Oh, that's been pulled straight towards the long on and will be just a single. That single brings up the 100 run on the board for the MRV Risers in 14.4 overs. Or again played straight back to the bowler. This has been a really good bowling performance from the IAIS Ace. They've made a really good comeback. Dhruvin will start off the 15th over. Nishant back into the attack. He's played that towards the cover. A boundary. Let's have a look at it again. There was a really good one. Oh, he gets into the position very early and then picks it up and then just dispatches it onto the leg side for a boundary. Came into the position very early, then sits onto one knee and hits it onto the leg side. Surfraz getting into rhythm now. He's playing on 9 of 7 now. Oh, that might be going down, I guess, because the appeal also wasn't that convincing for the umpire, but it might be going down the leg there. So the score moves to 108 at the loss of 5. Still, we are into the 14.3 overs. They can get to 150, 160, which is the projected score. Uh, Had to reach for that one, didn't connect it that well. Goes straight back to the bowler. Again, just the bowlers just keeping it straight, and the batter has to keep it playing back at him. That's a really good bowling by Nishant. He's bowling his third. He's just given 15 runs so far. Oh, this time steps out and hits it over. But that's been taken. Or has it taken? Or has it saved that one? I guess he saved 6 runs for his team. But that was a magnificent effort in the deep. There by the fielder. The ball was hit straight, steps out, hits it straight towards the long on, and the fielder does quite a good job as he could do. Saved 6 runs. He went for the catch, but it was too high for him, and then when he just collected and just threw it on the ground and then collected and then threw back towards the bowler. So 2 runs coming off that ball. After the completion of 15 overs, MRV Risers score is 110 runs at the loss of 5, and we also head into the last 5 overs of this first innings. Oh, the ball kept low, and yes, the umpire has given that wide. He waited for a moment and then gave the decision. So Vinith has been introduced into the attack now for the Diocese. Vinith with his first ball. Another wide, just missing onto his line and length completely there. He's trying to bowl or trying to keep it away from the batter, and in that sense he's just bowling it quite of a wide there. So 2 back-to-back extra runs there for the MRV Risers. This time cuts it, but straight back to the fielder, and they might take a single as well. Yeah, they have taken. So the score moves to 113 at the loss of 5. Or this time pulls it towards the long on. There's a fielder, might just get a single. So another single coming off this ball. So 4 runs coming off the first 2 back-to-back wides and 2 back-to-back singles. So 4 runs. This time he gave little bit of flight onto that one and hits it straight towards the long off, and that's another catch dropped here. That was an easy catch here. The fielder has to come back all the way as he was standing wide of long off. He had to come all the way running inwards to take that catch, but in that sense he might have dropped that one. So it gone all the way towards the boundary. So it might not the 6, but it might be the 4, which gets them some runs on the board. The dot ball. Still 2 more deliveries left in this over. Oh, has this one timed? Oh, that's a beautiful effort there from the fielder standing at the covers. Oh my word, what an effort! He almost had the hands on the ball, but it was been hit so hard when he went for the turn. The ball just slipped out of his hands. He made a superb effort there at the covers. Just gave a single. Might have gone for a four, or this is gone all the way. Has it gone the way? No, it hasn't. But it's gone finally in the hands of the fielder there. Oh no! It might have just bounced before him. There's a tree there. So because of that, it looked like it gone all the way into his hands, but it might have just fallen short of him and then went into the fielder's hands of the long on. So after the completion of 16 overs, MRV Risers score is 120 runs at the loss of 5 wickets, 10 runs coming off this over. So the score moves to 120 at the loss of 5. So Nishant F comes back into the attack. He is bowling his third. He's given 16 runs and already taken a wicket. So he's back into the attack for his third over. Dhruvan is playing on 24 of 21 and Sarfaraz is slightly moving ahead with 15 runs of just 12 balls. Nishant with second ball of the over. Uh, a huge play and a miss. That was a huge miss because the bat swing of Dhruvan was such. He hits it straight towards the long off, and it might be just a single. So after two dot balls, the single coming off the third ball. It's 121 at the moment score for the MRV Risers. We are into the 16th over. Nishan bowling the fourth ball. Or this time has he connected? No, it hasn't. The one bounced into the fielder's hands there. The fielder standing at the covers. So they are generating the power, but they aren't generating the height and the distance they need to get to hit that maximum. Already just 2 runs off this over so far. And this might be a peach of a delivery as he gets just the top of off of Dhruvan. And this is one of the rarest and one of the most beautiful wickets because just clipping the bail off when the ball hits the stumps because you miss I hit situation here. Yeah, it was into the stump line area. He was consistently bowling into that off stump area and he finally missed that ball and the ball just clipping the bails off and Dhruvan losing his wicket. So another wicket falling here for the MRV Risers. Still a ball left in this over, and Nishant has got his second wicket. So Dhruvin was looking good. He was settled. He was playing for a quite a time here, but now he has to go walk back as he's been bowled out by Nishant. So Vishal, the new batter, walks in the middle for the MRV Risers. Or it's been hit straight towards the fielder standing at the point. The ball might have just bumped into him. And that also concludes the 17th over. After the completion of 17, MRV Risers score is 123 at the loss of 6 wickets. So we head into the last 3 overs of this first innings. The score is just 123 runs at the loss of 6 wickets. Divyam, the new bowler, into the attack for the Jfsc. First ball. Ah, just opens the face of the bat in the very last moment. He waited for the ball to come towards him, and then he just opens the face and gets the gap and hits the boundary. And Divyam has been welcomed in a style by Vishal. That was a beautiful boundary, a good awareness there from Vishal. He knows where the fielders are, and then playing that shot was a really well planned shot there from him. Just reacted on the very last moment where the ball was, and then just hitting it towards that third man region and finding the gap. So 4 runs of the first. The score moves to 127. Again into the gap, it beats the fielder. Back to back boundaries for Vishal. This one off the back foot, hits it hard, hits it in the gap, and gets the boundary. That was a beautiful shot. Just waiting for it, and then hits it off the back foot and hits it hard. And the fielder just watching it go towards that boundary fence. The score moves to 131. Already an expensive over now. 8 runs already off the first 2 balls. Still 4 more deliveries left in this over. Malay with the third ball. Oh, this time gets the edge, but falls into that no man's land and will be just a single. So he's off the strike now, Vishal. 10 runs off the first 4 balls. Vishal is on strike now. He's playing on 16 of 13. What is in him? Sarfaraz. Oh, hit straight back to the bowler. Yeah, they need to just bat out this over because the runs have already come in this over. It's already 9 of just 4. So they need to find rotation of strike now in this over. Don't concede the dot balls, which builds up the pressure for the next over. Oh, that's a really good delivery. A swing and a miss here by Sarfaraz. Yeah, this builds up the pressure, and then when you have to go for the big one, you play the trash shot and get out. So that's the whole point when you are playing or conceding those dot balls in the later half of that game. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, and that's exactly what has happened. Trying to just opens the face, gets the inside edge, and the ball just rolling back onto the stump and getting a wicket. You could see he kept it away. He reached for that one, gets the inside edge, and hits back on stump. So getting a wicket on the very last ball of that over, he did concede a couple of boundaries in that over. So 9 runs and a wicket coming off that 18th over. And after the completion of 18, MRV Riser score is 132 at the loss of 7. Wicket. Oh, that's high in the air. Is there a fielder? No, it isn't. It falls into that no man's land and might be just a single. Sahil will face his first ball of his innings from Harsh. Harsh has bowled a brilliant spell. His bowling is last. He's just given 16 runs and taken 3 wickets. The ball just tucking on the bat. That will be another dot where the things were looking good into the last 2 overs, where it looked like they might get 250, 160. 50, but now it looked like it might not even get to 140. Oh no, it might get, as the ball's traveling, they might get couple of runs here. So good running between the wickets. There was a sharp turn there from Harsh when the ball just pitched, and it took a sharp turn, which just surprised the batter and even the wicket keeper. And when the ball just went past the wicket keeper and it went for that 2 runs. Oh, it might have got the edge of that bat, or just opens the face this time and takes a quick single. Oh, he hasn't? Yes, he has. After the completion of 19 overs, HRV MRV Riser score is 138 runs at the loss of 8, and we also move into the last over of this innings where 188 runs on the board for the MRV Risers, and we are heading into the last 20th over of this particular innings. So it would be a very, where Vishal or Sahil will be on strike. He's playing on 3 of 3. Ritik has been given the opportunity to bowl the last over. He's already bowled 2 overs. It's his third. He's gone for runs. He's given 21 runs so far in his 2 overs. So it might be interesting to see how many runs can MRV get into the last over. So MRV Risers, 138 runs on the board. First ball, Ritik. Short ball, slow one. The keeper fumbles. You cannot fumble at this moment. It was all going in your way, and now you have suddenly given away a simple. It would have been collected very easily there from the wicketkeeper. Just bounced in front of him and went racing towards that boundary fence for a boundary. So by his run there, 142 runs already on the board now for the MRV Risers. It's a good start for them. Ritik with the second ball of his over. Or this time the batter connects, hits it in the gap, hits it well, hits it in the gap, and hits it all the way towards the boundary fence. That's a lovely boundary to get into the 20th over. That was an over pitch delivery there from Ritik, and it has to be hit. That's a lovely and wonderful shot there from the bat of Sahil. So 8 runs already off this over now. The score moves to 146 runs. Ritik with the third ball. It's been hit again, but this time it finds the fielder and they might get a single. So the score moves to 147 now. They were inching close to 150 runs now. It looked skeptical into that last over, but the way this over started, it might look an easy flowing for them now. Or that might be a no ball. Oh, clever, very clever there from the batter. He just had to put the bat onto it, and he put, and the ball goes all the way towards the boundary line. Oh, just look at that awareness. What a smart move there from the batter. A very last movement, just hits it pass onto the fine leg region and it goes all the way running towards the boundary fence. The ball already had the pace onto it and it goes running down to the fine leg for a boundary. Oh, what have you done, Ritik? Here, a no ball, and that will be a free hit now. So this has turned out to be a very expensive over for them. They came back into the game. Now they have just given the game or thrown the game away from them, and that will be a wide. So the free hit stays. Free hit coming here. Oh, again just chips it, but fine fielder this time towards that short fine leg standing, and might get a single here. Last two balls remaining in this over. 14 runs already conceded so far with two balls to go. 150 runs on the board for the MRV Risers. Oh, that's been hit, struck well, but it finds the fielder in the 30-yard circle. And it will be another single. The score moves to 155. So they have crossed that 155 run mark too. Would be interesting to see what Vishal does as he gets the single ball to face in that last over. Vishal on strike to face the last ball of this innings. He cuts it. As he cut well, yes he has. The fielder fumbles, might get just a single. Oh no, they have gone for the second run too. Oh, they're coming for the third. But this time, the bowler quickly collects and hits the stumps quite frustratingly. He bowled that slightly away from the batter, but the batter cuts it. The ball just goes towards the fielder. Fielder fumbles. The ball just passes by him. He collects, throws it back. They ran for the second. Then the bowler also fails to connect, and then they ran for the third. But this time the bowler doesn't make any mistake. He hits the stump frustratingly and then throws the ball on the ground. So 2 runs coming off that last ball, and which means the Dice Ace need 158 runs to win when they come out to bat. Sorry, MRV Risers need 158 runs to win when they come out to bat to chase down the total in the allotted 20 overs. We will be right back after that short innings break. Hello and welcome back to the Jfsc, the Dad's Premier League Season 5, and we are heading into the second innings of the fourth and the last match of the Super Sunday, where the MRV Risers put up the score of 158 runs on 157 runs on the board, where the Dice Ace needs 158 runs to win in their allotted 20 overs. It's already unset. Umpires into the position. Bowler, opening batters have already are onto the pitch. The bowlers taking the position. The fielders getting set, and we are about to start this thrilling chase between both these two teams, where the Dice Ace needs 158 runs to win in their allotted 20 overs. So opening partners for the Dice Ace, Vinith and Divyam, and the opening attack for the MRV Risers is Ritesh. We're already on set, and the first ball, and he starts off with a dot ball. That's a good delivery to start off the first over. Vinith opening the batting for the Dice Ace. Ritesh with his second ball. Oh, fuller delivery. That's been chipped up straight towards the fielder, standing at the long off. Sorry, mid off. And that might be a single. It's a single that brings Divyam on strike to face his first ball. Divyam to face his first ball. Oh, he's picked that up. It's gone all the way, but it's not got the distance as is needed. They might have come for the second, and they might come easily for the second run. Oh, he hits it, but it might get. He hits the lower end of the bat. That's why the ball just goes in the air, but it doesn't find the distance it needs. So just 2 runs off his first, and he's also off the mark. Ritesh with the fourth ball. Oh, this time just opens the face, gets the single. So 4 runs of the first 4 balls. Now for the left-hander, the Ritesh is coming round the wicket. Ritesh with his the fifth ball, or slightly fuller. This time he plays it on towards that long on fielder. That will be a dot as it was hit quite well, and it went quickly towards that fielder standing at mid on. So it will be a dot ball. So just 4 runs of the first 5 balls. Still a ball left in this over. Vinith is on strike. Oh, hits it straight towards the mid on, and that will be a dot ball to end the over. So just 4 runs of the first over. After the completion of the first over, the Dice Ace score is 4 runs, at the loss of 0 wickets. So good opening attack for the MRV Risers. Just 4 runs conceded in the first over. Mitesh, the new bowler, into the attack for the MRV Risers. So the spin has been introduced quite early in the game now. Of this second innings, he's come on very early. So Divyam will be on strike. Oh, hits it, clears the infield quite easily. Couple of bounces, the ball's racing towards the boundary fence, and it goes all the way. That was well struck there by Divyam. Or, or he played that hard. He just cleared that infield easily, and the ball just racing towards the boundary fence. So the first boundary of this innings and the first boundary for Divyam. Again, the ball was quite outside off, and then he went for the shot. Then again, he just bowls it straight into the stump line, much fuller this time, and that's been well defended there by Divyam. Or this time just opens the face of the bat. There's a fielder at the short third man. He might collect that one easily. That will be a single. No, it isn't. Isn't it? It's a dot ball again. Mitesh with his fourth ball. Oh, he's picked that up and dispatched all the way for a six. What a shot that was! Absolutely beautiful. We'll have a look at it again. Again, an over pitch delivery. This time straight into the middle. From the middle of the bat. High and handsome. So 10 runs of this over so far with 2 balls remaining. And Divyam has been striking quite well now. That's an absolutely well struck shot there from Divyam. It was a fuller into his arc and hits it onto the leg side into that cow corner area for a maximum. Mitesh with his fifth ball. Oh, very smartly played, but there might be a fielder. But they have taken a single. So good running between the wickets. An easy single there for Divyam. So 11 runs already off this over. Still a ball left, which brings Vinith back on strike now. So he's the left-handers. The fielders on the off for the right-handers are coming onto the off for the left-hander now. So there's the short third man. There's covers. Then oh, beautiful! Absolutely beautiful. He didn't even realize when the ball came in and Sharp turned in. That was absolutely gorgeous of a delivery there from Mitesh. We'll have a look at it again. He just was surprised with the way the ball just turned in sharply. Oh, beautiful. Mind you, if he might God have the edge of that one, but might be slightest of a margin where he could have got that inside edge onto it and the ball just rolling back onto the stump. It was purely that the balls just spun on the very last moment and just hitting the stump. So that also brings the conclusion of the second over, and the Dice ace score is 15 runs at the loss of first wicket. So we are about to start the third over. Ritesh back into the attack. He went for the four in his first. Hits it straight. Oh, there's a confusion here. But the batter is safe. Back into the crease. There was a quite of a confusion here. But they have made back to the crease safely. Oh, high in the air. As it got the distance. No, it hasn't. It's got straight into the hands of the fielder. What a catch. What a catch inside the circle. The moment it went into the air, it didn't have the distance, but it got the height and it went straight into the hands of the fielder. What a wicket here for the Amavi Risers. They are striking back into the game now. Again, a fuller delivery. This time the batter did step out, hits it straight in the air, and there was a comfortable catch taken by the fielder standing at the covers. So the second wicket fallen for the Dice ace, and Ritesh gets his first. So Kalp, the new batter, walks in the middle for the Dice ace. They've already lost back-to-back wickets here now. So Kalp into the middle. So we have the two new batters in the middle right now. Both haven't faced a ball yet. Kalp to face his first ball. He's cut that well, but he might have found the fielder. The fielder does the fumble, and they might have got the second and quite easily. So Kalp is off the mark with that 2 runs. Oh, hits it straight, as it cannot get as straight as it can, but it found the fielder, but it's hit straight. So, so just 3 runs and a wicket in the over so far. Oh, Carefully just left it alone. Carefully left it alone. Oh, that's given a wide by the umpire. A decision very late coming from the umpire. It took a while to take that one. Ritesh with his fifth ball. This time down the leg. So a dot ball. Oh, that's a beautiful struck shot there from Siddharth. Oh, that was beautiful. It can't get beautiful more than this. The ball was slightly outside. He just gets the bat into that and cuts it beautifully, as elegant as it can get from here. Hits it in the gap and it beats the fielder there. So, the first boundary of this over, the score moves to 23 at the loss of 2 after the completion of 3. Still, Dice Ace needs 135 more to win in the last 17 overs. So, boundary under the very first ball of the fourth over. This time struck well from Kalp, gets the boundary. We'll have a look at that boundary again. It was slightly down the leg. He just had to get a tickle onto the bat and he gets it fine. And the ball just races towards the boundary rope. The fielder had the chase, but the ball wins the race. Oh, that was beautiful. That was straight into the block hole there of Kalp. But he bowled it quite off, almost a Yorker in the delivery there. So the 4 of the leg by is given this time. There was a quick awareness there from the wicketkeeper. He did appeal for the catch and then he did the stumping too. He thought he would get either of that one. So 8 runs off this over so far, with 2 boundaries already coming. Oh, hits it straight, but one bounce into the fielder's hands will be just a single. So 9 runs so far with a ball left now. That brings Siddharth on strike. He's just faced 2 balls and scored a boundary on a very first ball. And that will be a wide. Oh, they are appealing. Oh, they are appealing. Almost pleading now. Oh my word, what's happening? The wicketkeeper thought that the batter had got something onto glove or bat, but finally the umpire has given a wide, so he has to bowl that one extra again. Extra run and the extra ball too. So a last ball still left in this over. Mitesh to bowl the last ball or gets the edge of the bat. There's a short third man fielder standing, and that might be just a single to end the over. So after the completion of 4 overs, the Dice A score is 34 runs at the loss of 2 wickets. So we're starting off the sixth over. Starts off with the dot. Mayur he's the new man in bring onto the attack for the MRV Risers. The Siddharth and Kalp holding on to the end. Now building up a partnership here. 45 runs. This is the last over of the power play. Oh, that's been cut well. Oh, that was a beautiful of a shot from the bat of Siddharth. That was a wonderful to watch. Just look at that shot. That was class all written over that shot. The ball was bowled slightly outside of, much shorter than it was. Came into position, and then just look at the finish from Siddharth. It was class all written over it. In the gaps, hits the boundary. The Jfsc moves to 49 runs at the loss of 2. This is the last over of the power play, and this has been a mighty pleasing batting from Siddharth. Oh, another ball again, slightly bowling outside of. This time just missing onto it. Oh, this time hits through the covers, beats the fielder, gets another boundary. This time much fuller. It was ball inside the line, and it's it all the way along the ground for a boundary. That was beautifully driven from Siddharth. Oh yes, into that stump line, much fuller, and driven all the way towards that boundary fence. Now Siddharth is getting into the rhythm. Two boundaries already conceded in this over. 8 runs so far. Still two more deliveries left. Oh, oh, they're asking for a wide, but I don't think so. It was a wide. Again, keeping it away from the batter. Oh, a quick single there. Good running between the wickets. So 9 runs coming off this over, and after the completion of 6, Jfsc's score is 54 runs at the loss of 2, and they have crossed that 50-run mark. So the run rate is of 9 runs per over, and the required run rate is of 7.43, which is quite gettable now. They're already ahead of that required run rate, and both partnership is just building up between Siddharth and Kalp now here. 9 runs of that last over. Mitesh being brought back into the attack now for his third. He is given 18 runs and also taken a wicket. So now there won't be any field restrictions as the power play ends. There can be more than 2 fielders into the away from the 30-yard circle. Oh, cuts it brilliantly, but might not go all the way. Might find the fielder, gets the single of the first ball, and brings Kalp back on strike now. He's playing on 14 of 10. Mitesh with the third ball. Again cuts it, but finds the fielder. Might be just a single. Or he struck straight onto the pants. There's a loud appeal there from the Mitesh, but the umpire seems not interested in that. So they have taken a quick single though. So has it come off the bat or the pad? We'll have to check it. Might be off the bat. Or that's been cut away nicely this time. There's a fielder in the deep, might just get a single. Or have they run for the second? Oh yeah, they have come for the second. Good running between the wickets. This shows the fitness of these guys at this age too. There was a lovely running between the wickets. The fitness has been absolutely brilliant of the players. Again cuts it in the gap, finds the fielder in the deep. Might be just a single. So that also completes the seventh over. And the Dice A score is 60 runs at the loss of 2. Dhruven, the new bowler, into the attack. That's been again cut away and will be just a single. So Siddharth playing on 21 of 14 and Kalp is playing on 19 of 15. Both are just building upon the partnership here. They're going quite steady. It's been flicked onto the leg side. It's found the gap, and he'll get all the 4 runs into his bag. That was placed beautifully. The ball just sliding down the leg. He sees the opportunity, just flicks it and finds the gap. Beats that inner circle fielder and gets a wonderful boundary. So 5 runs off the first 2 balls of this over. And Siddharth is just racing now as he gets to 25 of just 15 balls. Hits it straight towards the cover. Will be a single. Oh, in the air! Was it the bat? Was it the bat? There was a quite a good effort there from the wicket keeper. From the time when he knew that it was a bat onto it, he quickly went for the catch, but it was way too far away from him. He did went all his effort, but then the ball just slipping out of his hands. But it was a mighty of effort there from the wicket keeper of the MRV Risers. Off to the back foot, just gets the single. This time it was a flighted delivery there from Dhruin, and it was all left alone there from Siddharth, as it was quite outside of and away from him. So after the completion of 8 overs, the Dice Ace score is 67 runs at the loss of 2 wickets. Mitesh has been brought back for his fourth and the final over, the single of his first ball, and that's been a quite of a partnership building here between Siddharth and Kalp now. They're slowly and silently moving ahead, with both of them just rotating the strike quite well, getting odd boundaries every over. So this might be dangerous, as it might get over by over. It might just get dangerous for the MRV Risers. They needs to get a breakthrough early on here to break this partnership between both these two guys, as they are rotating the strike quite well. So 2 runs of the first 2 balls of this over, and this is quite of a good job. Again off to the back foot, a good delivery and equally well defended there from Kalp. And they aren't taking any risk out there here now. They're respecting the good balls and putting away all the bad balls which has been bowled. So yes, off the back foot, straight back to the fielder. Mitesh with the fifth ball. Oh, this was an excellent delivery. Kept the batter onto the back foot. So just 2 runs in this over so far. And now this is turning out to be a great over. The pressure is back now on Kalp as he's conceded 3 dot balls. Oh, this one's fourth. Added one to it. Still a ball left. But I don't think the pressure won't be. He'll be taking the pressure. Oh, just couple of runs there, but that was a good shot from the bat of Siddharth. He plays that towards the leg side, almost a sweep shot. Oh, off the edge, might get a lucky, but there's a fielder. So, hello and welcome back. We are back after that short drinks break. So, we are halfway through the game, and where the Dice Ace needs 83 runs to win in the last 9.5 overs. Jinesh has been brought into the attack now. Oh, that's been hit fine on the leg side, but there's a protection in the deep, so they might get couple of runs there. Yeah, they have run for the second run. So good running between the wickets. The score just moving up to 77 now. 81 needed of 9.4. Oh, that's high. It's hit high. And it goes all the way towards the boundary rope. That's a fine, fine shot from the bat of Kalp. The ball was been overpitched and he hits it towards that inside out towards the covers for a boundary. That was a really good shot from the bat of Kalp. And the dice is just moving forward to 81 and the equation decreasing to 77 now in 9.3. The 7 runs already so far of the first 3 balls of this over. He hits it fine. The ball's traveling. The ball doesn't have the pace it needs to go, but they might get couple of runs there. Yeah, they got 2 runs off that one. Jinesh with his 5th ball of the over. That's been again flighted delivery played straight towards the long off, and that will be a single. So 10 runs already coming off from this over with a ball left. Jinesh to Siddharth, and he plays carefully off the back foot, gets the single, and retains the strike for the next over. After the completion of 11, the Dice Ace score is 85 runs at the loss of 2 wickets. So we are into the 13th over, the single of the very first ball. They've ran the first run very quick. They're coming for the second, and yes, they'll make it to the crease quite comfortably. Good running between the wickets. It was a mighty running between both these two batters, and the two batters have just taken off. The partnership was just slowly building up into the seventh and eighth over, and now it is full grown and blooming now. Siddharth is playing on 42 of 28, and Kalp is playing on 33 of 32. Oh, that's a miss. A play and a miss. Mm. Oh, hits it straight down the ground. Oh, that will go all the way towards the boundary line. The fielder fumbles standing at the long off and gets the ball passed towards that boundary fence. And with that boundary, the 100 run comes up on the board for the Jfsc. The 100 run in just 12.4 overs. It's been a mighty of a chase between these two guys now. Siddharth is playing on 46 of 30. Sweeps. Has it gone all the way? Has it got the legs? Yes, it has. What a shot that is, and it goes to his half century. And that he raises his bat, acknowledges the crowd, his teammates, and that has been one of a mighty of an innings from the bat of Siddharth today. He has been absolutely brilliant with the bat. He hasn't put a foot wrong in this inning so far. Be it cut shots, be it drive, be it the pickup shot, and then be it off the sweep. He has done it all well. 104 runs on the board. So that's 50 runs of just 31 balls. And this has been some batting display from the bat of Siddharth. So, last ball. Oh, that's been cut away. That finds the fielder at the point and will get a single. So this was a mighty expensive over for the MRV Risers. 12 runs coming off that over. After the completion of 13 overs, Jfsc's score is 105 runs at the loss of 2. Yes, starting off the 14th over, 105 runs on the board. Siddharth with the 50. And Kalp is playing on 33 of 32. And he has been the supporting and he's been complimenting Siddharth quite well. He has played his shots, he has taken some risk. Oh, that's in the air, just fall short there. Another fielder makes the fumble, and that might be a easy single. Mayur back into the attack. He's cleaned him up. Oh, there's a strong appeal there from the bowler. They have been shocked. They are in the awe that the umpire hasn't given that out. He's saying that it's going down the leg. They'll get a single though. Oh no, they haven't got. That will be a dot ball, I guess. Or is it? It is a dot ball. Oh, that's up in the air. Couple of bounces, then into the fielder's hands. So three singles of the first three deliveries of this over. Still 50 runs needed of 6.3 overs. They are mighty of a runs. Culp on strike. Mayur with the fourth ball. Oh, that's a peach of a delivery. That's an again appeal there. But the umpire says it's going down. But this time the player weren't that convincing in their appeal. So 3 runs and a dot ball. A wide and a boundary. A wide and a boundary. So the extra runs there. Oh, that's been hit, struck well. That's been struck in the gap, and that will go all the way towards the boundary line. This time from the bat of Culp, the ball was sliding down the leg, and he hits it towards the leg side. It finds the gap precisely and gets the boundary. So back to back boundaries. First of the wide, the ball just racing down the leg for a four, and now from the bat of Culp. So the equation down to 41 now. Again, it might be a leg by. Yes, it is a leg by as the umpire signals. So a single off the last ball, and that also completes the 14th over. And the Dice Ace score is 118 runs at the loss of 2 wickets. So we are starting off the 15th over. 4 runs already of 5 runs already of the first four. Just 35 needed in last 5.2 overs. Vishal into the attack now. Siddharth is playing on 54 of 35 and Kalp is now moving to 41 of 39. How pleasing and delightful it is to watch these two bat with the partnership that was just growing. Awful toss. He swept that one, but there's a fielder in the deep. Might just get a single. So 6 runs of the first five. Last ball to go. The equation just to 34 now. Kalp. Vishal with the last ball. Or down the ground. Hits it straight. Has it gone? Oh yes, it's gone all the way towards the boundary rope. The fielder makes the fumble again. And the boundary onto the very last ball of this over. That was a really good shot from the bat of Kalp. It judged the ball and the length quite well. Steps out, hits down the ground. The fielder makes the fumble there at the long on, and the ball goes down to the boundary fence. So just 30 needed in the last five. The score is 128 runs at the loss of 2 wickets. Sahil, the new bowler, into the attack now for the MRV Risers. Siddharth will be on strike. We are heading to the last 5 overs of the second innings of this match. Some field changes before we start off the 16th over. Siddharth is playing on 55 of 36 and Kalp is playing on 45 of 40. Both of them. That will be a wide. The ball just racing down, but he hasn't the pace it needs, but they might get couple of runs here. So we have to look, is it a wide or yes, it is a wide. The wide's been given and they have ran the 2 runs. So the equation down to 27 now in the last five. Siddharth 55 of 36. He's on strike. Gives him some room and then cuts it, hits it hard. Probably might have hit the fielder's leg. He's just limping there cause it might have been hit hard there by the fielder. Yes, it does hurt. So 4 runs of the first ball. 45. Oh, the ball was off the offside. He's played that onto the leg side. They might get couple of runs there. Again, this has been a very sloppy fielding from the MRV Risers today. They've been very sloppy on the field today. A couple of missed opportunities, couple of fumbles at the boundary ropes, which is they have costed them. so many boundaries, and this again will go down for a wide. The ball's racing, and they might get even a single. So it is it of a due that the ball is just slipping out of the hands of the bowler, or is it that they're not finding any rhythm or a length there, but the pressure is just building upon them, and this has 9 runs has come so far in this over. Just two legal deliveries have been bowled. Siddharth on strike. Oh, he sweeps it. Has to reach for that sweep. The ball's racing, and he's will get the boundary. That was been swept quite well in the gap. So the equation down to 13 now. Another boundary. So back to back boundaries from this 17 runs already considered. This has been one of the expensive over. And Kalp also getting to his half century, hits it straight down the ground, but this time straight in the hands of the fielder standing at the long on. And he collects it, but there might be a mighty pleasure of an innings from the bat of Kalp, and he might get a round of applause. And there are a lot of appreciation coming from even from the opponents as well. This has been that kind of an innings. 54 or 46. A well played innings from Kalp, but that has come to an end. And he gets a round of an applause there. Harsh, the new batter, joining in. Now Siddharth in the middle. The equation is down to just 15 right now. But what the batting display it has been from these two guys, Siddharth and Kalp. The partnership did start blooming when they lost couple of early wickets, and then both just holded the ends and then started getting odd boundaries here and there, consistently rotating the strike. And once they were settled, then they played the innings they wanted. So that's still playing on 56 of 37, and Harsh has joined now. His first ball, he's played that straight back to the fielder, but this has been an expensive over. 15 runs coming and a wicket too. And after the completion of 16, Dias Ace score is 143 runs at the loss of 3. So 15 runs are needed in the last 4. Dhruvin is being brought back into the attack for his fourth and the final over. He's bowled 3 overs, given 20 runs. and he hasn't taken any wickets. So Siddharth will be on strike to start off the 17th over. First ball from Dhruven again gives himself some room and then cuts it towards the offside, and he cuts it well. But this has been one of those shots which he prefers to play to give himself some room, and then cutting it off the back foot has been the shot for Siddharth. He's on 60 of 38. The equation down to just 11 now. The equation down to just 11 in 3.5 overs. They might get couple of runs there. Yes, they'll get couple of runs there. So the equation to 9 now. And Siddharth might just finish it off. He's flicked that in the air. It might not get to the distance. It might get into the hands of the fielder standing at the long on. And the mighty of an innings from the bat of Siddharth has to come an end. It was a shot which came off the flick, but it didn't had the distance it wanted, but it just got the height. But Siddharth has to depart. But what an innings it has been from the bat of Siddharth. You can just sit and applause and just watch, like that was a kind of an innings from Siddharth. Everything was into it. You watch sweep, you watch cut, you watch some drives, everything was there. And now we have two new batters in the middle, Harsh and Manoj. Will the two new batters in the middle, as the two set batters have been sent back to the pavilion by Dhruven first. Manoj on strike to face the first ball from Dhruven. Just 9 runs needed. And he starts off with a dot ball that was well defended there by Manoj. Just a proper classic test match defense, what we call it is. Just tilting forward and then defending the ball. But this time just cuts it. Good running, gets a single. And this also concludes the 17th over, and the Dice ace score is 150 runs at the loss of 4 wickets. So last 3 overs remaining, and just 8 runs needed for the Dice ace to win this match. So Mayur is being brought back into the attack for his third over. Manoj will retain the strike with getting the single onto that last ball. So just 8 runs needed. Mayur to bowl the first ball of this over, or gets the edge. Gets that first run quite easily. The single of the first ball. The equation down to 7 now. And 2.5 overs. They just need to finish it off well and finish it off as early as they can. Just not depending on, as they have 2 overs left, they might think that they can get the score easily, but they need to finish it off quite early as the momentum is in their hands. They might be new to the crease, but the momentum is into the hands of the dice ace right now. Oh, dot ball. So conceding dot balls can be okay for one or two, but not more than three. That brings the pressure back on the batter who's playing those or conceding the dot balls. So that's the first dot ball. Harsh is yet to open the account. He's played two, yet to open his account. Down the leg, and that might be a single off the bat. Yeah, the leg by signal by the umpire. So down to 6 now. 6 runs needed in 2.3 overs. So this is a chance to finish this off. Manoj Mayur to bowl the fourth ball. Was tipped into the air. Just falls short there of the bowler. Another dot ball. So just 2 runs coming so far in this over of the first 4 balls. Oh, hits it towards the long on. Oh, misfield. It's gone all the way towards the boundary line. This has been costed today for the MRV Risers. This has been a very sloppy kind of a fielding from their side. It was into the hands. It was to be stopped. Again a fumble there. And the ball just races towards the boundary rope. And now the equation down to just 2 runs. And which might the game has been already gone from the hands of the MRV Risers. Just 2 runs required. And he has kept that away from the batter. So after the completion of 18 overs, Jfsc's score is 156 runs at the loss of 4 wickets, and we head into the last 2 overs of this match. So we are into the 19th over. Just 2 runs are required. Samir back into the attack. His bowling is second. He gave 11 runs of his first. He is been brought back into the attack now. Just 2 runs are required. It will be Harsh who will be on strike to face the first ball from Samir. A shorter delivery. Again, the fielder makes a slight fumble and they get a single. So buys runs for the dice ace, and now it's just a matter of just a single run for them to just seal the victory. But this has been a mighty of a performance from the Dice Ace. They did go for runs in that last over, but the batters have done the job and have sealed the victory for them. Both Siddharth and Kalp, after losing the early wickets, they have made a good comeback into the game. Again, a shorter delivery, and this time Manoj has been knocked off. He has been bold, trying to play across, and Manoj has to walk back. Still, the MRV Risers are showing some fight there, but is it too late for them? Yes, it is. Getting the wickets now when they just need a single run to win. Might have been too late to bring Samir back into the attack. Just a single run to win the match. Parth, he will be on strike and he will hit the winning runs for the MRV Risers. So the fielders are in the circle, they are all gathered together. Oh, that will be a dot ball again. So Parth has to hit a boundary now because the field are standing quite closer in a circle, which are avoiding to get the single. Samir to bowl the fourth ball of this over. Full toss. Oh, that's been struck and it's been struck into the gap, and that might go all the way towards the boundary rope, and that seals the victory for the Dice Ace, and they win by 5 wickets. And this has been a mighty of a performance from the Dice Ace. They did go for runs into that into that last over of the first innings. Looked like the match could have just turned for them, but then Siddharth and Kalp stood out and took up the responsibility and have done the job for the team. And in the end, the Dice Ace winning by 5 wickets. That's all from the Super Sunday, all the 4 matches done. Good night to all the viewers.